with my paintings. I was trying to resemble when I was tagging and doing graffiti out in the streets at like graffiti yards. I sort of collaged or made these worlds collide in my paintings. I make what I want to see.
When it comes to graffiti art, there's one man who's created a niche for himself and crafted a distinguished career. Gajin Fujita, a Los Angeles artist. He has been recognized nationally and internationally for his murals and museum installments. And he's created his own unique brand by fusing ideas and images from the East and West. And in doing so, he's been able to also express his LA and Japanese roots. We are so delighted to have him in studio. I'm so excited to be talking to you today. Gajin Fujita, welcome. How are you today?
Thank you, I'm doing good.
So you are an artist from East Los Angeles, and you were part of the LA graffiti crews Kill to Succeed and Kids Gone Bad.
Yes, I was first in KGB, which is Kids Gone Bad, and then Kill to Succeed, an older crew from LA, like 1984, 85, and they used to paint around the Belmont High School, just west of downtown.
I mean, you started this when I would say graffiti art was pretty much in its infancy. You were probably in middle school and hanging out with these crews.
I pretty much saw the infancy of hip hop. No way. The wave hit out here from the East Coast, like in 82, 83. Up until then, we were listening to rock and roll music, Iron Maiden, Ozzy Osbourne. But then hip-hop was something super interesting with breakdancing, graffiti, and the emceeing and rapping. It all came into form out here in the West like 84, 85.
There's no way to stop it. It's just living. No way.
When you talk about is it art or is it vandalism, it's really not that simple. It's a very complex discussion. And it is, in the eyes of some, certainly vandalism, and in the eyes of many others, it is an art form, and it is one, and it is the other, and it is both at the same time. These young people can do things with a spray can that are rather remarkable. So I think in looking at the whole subject right up front, you need to understand that an art form has developed.
What's been so unique about your artwork, you've used the UkiyoE, the style, I would say, right, which is a Japanese style, and you fuse that kind of with Western urban imagery. Tell us a little bit about what this style entails and how you are using it for your art.
Well, so UkiyoE is woodblock prints from Japan. My mom, actually my parents were first to introduce it to me and my brothers, and I felt that was, when I first saw it, it was so vivid and so saturated and rich with color, it blew my mind.
To date, I think one of your most complicated paintings is Invincible Kings of This Mad, Mad World, which took 5 months to make.
5-6 months.
6 months, and it's 8 by 16 feet. So what was the inspiration behind that, and why did you want to share that message with people?
My inspiration came from actually tattoos that the Yakuzas in Japan, the old Yakuzas in Japan would wear. They would have their whole back covered with the Chinese lion in tandem with the peony flowers, or surrounded by the peony flowers, to symbolize strength, protection, and that was the theme that inspired me for this painting. Yeah.
You've been doing this for a long time, Gajin, and you especially with graffiti art. You're very familiar with it. How do you think the perception of graffiti art has changed in Los Angeles?
There's been some huge graffiti street art shows. One that happened here at Mocha in 2011. And those, I think, those shows must have impacted a great deal on the views and perception of graffiti, I believe. I'm glad that there's this huge trend and popularity of street art.
One of the greatest pieces that can now be shared with people in their pockets is the library card, and this is a special edition. But for me, I understand that this isn't just art for you, because you actually have a special connection to the LA Public Library, so it extends beyond just creating the image that you recently did.
Yeah, I used to frequent the library, my local library in Boyle Heights, the Robert Louis Stevenson Library. I learned about color, learned about composition, I learned about aesthetics, diving into these books at the library. You know, I feel very privileged and honored that my image was chosen to go on the face of the LA library card. I feel like Ben Franklin on the C-note or something. Yeah. It's because the figure is wearing a Los Angeles Dodgers logo.
You think that's why you got picked?
Of course!
As artists, our brains are always thinking, and there's different things coming to mind. But we can also get stumped.
Yes.
And, right? Because you're like, okay, I've done this. Now what do I do next?
Yeah.
Gajin, what keeps you inspired so that you want to continue to create? And when you do your most recent one, you're not like, oh, this is it, I'm done. But no, I have this fire in my heart that still burns to make more.
Well, I think I've been able to garner a few fans. I'm inspired by bringing to them the next excitement.
Have you, along your journey, had any artists or any individuals, either from Japan or here as local artists, that have inspired you for your work?
As far as visual aesthetics, yeah, like the Renaissance masters, someone that's post-Renaissance. I've been really looking at and studying a lot recently is Caravaggio from Italy. He's known as the evil genius. Someone that I studied a lot, and he's super popular, is Yoshitoshi. It's like the 5th Street Bridge out in Hiroshima, and it quickly made a reference to me of the bridges that I used to go over every day while going to high school from East LA to West Hollywood, because I went to Fairfax High, so I would have to cross the bridges every day. These are among some of the artists that I draw a great deal of inspiration from.
This has been so much fun, just learning about your work, your inspiration. So thank you again.